Welcome to Outside the Ring. I am here with the son of a rock star, Dean Hendrix.
My dog.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, bro. Just got done with the NCAA 25 for a sec. Took a little break. How you doing, bro?
Good.
It's good, man.
So, how long have you been wrestling for? How long have you been wrestling for?
Uh, I've been wrestling since so fun fact, I actually started training, I want to say 2021. It was like June 2021. But I'd only made it like halfway through wrestling training before it's kind of getting to me mentally, so I took a break for a while, for like a year. And I didn't know if it was for me. I didn't know if I could be a wrestler. Uh, for anybody listening at home, wrestling training is very hard. Probably one of the the hardest aspects about the whole business is getting trained. And I decided to come back and train in summer of 2021. Actually, I had stopped wrestling in or training wrestling the first time in summer of 2020. So I came back 2021. I got trained and I graduated from House of Truth August 2021, and it's been going on. Next month will be 3 years since I've been trained.
Good for you, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Still kicking it.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yes, sir.
Where did you start wrestling at first?
Um, I uh I was going all over the place. There's a few places. Metro Pro Wrestling is which is down in Wyandotte. Started wrestling for them a few times. Pro Wrestling All Stars, which would run anywhere from Brownstown to Novi. All for anybody who's not in the state of Michigan watching, this is all in the state of Michigan. And I'd even there's a I started traveling like early. Like I went out to Indiana a few times. Not the greatest shows, but just trying to get out there. And that's actually where I don't know if you knew this, Maverick, but I actually had my teeth busted out like within like the first like few months of wrestling.
Wow.
These bad boys got chipped down in Indiana, and I had to get them shaved down because they're chipped so badly. I get caps over them, so I have
I
some
did not
fake
know
teeth.
that.
Yup. So there's that.
What got you into the sport of wrestling?
Oh, dude. I'd say my biggest thing was it's my escape. Like
Yeah.
fun. Like before I was the son of a rock star, I was the Great Escape, Dean Hendrix. And that's because I wanted to help people escape the same way that pro wrestling has allowed me to escape realities and the downfall of life. And yeah, I'd say I started watching in 2008 when I was like 7, 8 years old, and that's because of Jeff Hardy. Oh my! As soon as I was like flipping channels and saw SmackDown, I just stopped for a second. And I saw Jeff Hardy, and I was hooked weekly ever since, dude.
I knew I liked you.
Man, Jeff Hardy, that dude, man.
Already.
Oh, oh wait, at Armageddon when he finally won the title, dude. Oh
Oh,
my god.
yeah,
Yup. I was like, I need to become a because if he could do it, bro,
man.
he laid down the blueprint for people.
Yeah. How'd you get the ring name, Dean Hendrix?
Ooh. So it's funny. I still have a list of all my old potential ring names alongside Dean Hendrix. Dean Hendrix came because I knew I wanted to be Dean because for anybody, well, I'm a big Supernatural mark. Love Supernatural. So Dean Winchester is my favorite character. So I loved that and decided to go with Dean. And then I was like, I need a last name that resonates with rock and roll or resonates with a rock star. At least has once you hear it, you could kind of assume where the character is at. So that's why I had landed on Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yep. Because a fun fact, I actually so I started like looking up how many people like in wrestling has the last name Hendrix. I actually got to meet Jason Hendrix down in Cleveland, Ohio, over
Oh,
this past weekend, and it's funny because at first, I introduced myself by shoot name, of course, but
yeah.
as the night goes on, I'm like, I gotta tell this man my work day, bro. So I told it to him, and it was funny. He was cool about it because everybody could be different, But he
Yeah.
was cool about it, and he was like, welcome to the family, brother. I was like, my guy, my cousin.
It's clicked.
Yup, it was dope.
How'd you find out about SCW?
SCW, I figured out about SCW because a few of the kids I was training with and were riding with at the time were going to those shows, and I really needed to like find places to like work and like get on like my feet, and I went there. My first ever match was against Forever Young, and
Oh,
that
pretty
was
good.
it was a nice match,
Mhm.
and but I never really got like the call back to like come back. It wasn't until I was going through like a lot of like stuff, and shouts out Father Marquise because he was helping me out at the time, and trying to get me back on my feet, and he asked me if I would like to go with him to help SCW set up, and I was like, yeah, yeah, sure, like I'll go. I
Mhm.
went, and then the rest is history. Started getting booked, and started actually like being able to like tell a story for once instead of having like one-off matches, which is
Yeah.
always what I want to do. I always want to tell stories in this business.
Who would you say were some of your toughest opponents?
Ooh, tough opponents. Number one, Jay Chris, for sure. I actually just got that match posted to my
In
YouTube
that.
at Dean Hendrix. If anybody would like to check it out, but yeah, he was my toughest one. I I was worried going into that match because uh, usually some people in this business, for me at least, you have that you have that feeling like, am I just playing wrestler? Yeah, I train, but am I just playing wrestler? And once I had that match and it went the way it did, I was like, yeah, I'm made for this. I'm a pro wrestler. So that was my toughest one. That was my toughest like mental battle. Another one is oh man, like there's a few. Rob Frost. Shout out Rob Frost. I had a 2 out of 3, three stages of hell match with him over in Owasso, Michigan, up at another SCW called what is it? I actually forgot that one. It's like Superstar Championship Wrestling or something. But yeah, we had a nice match up there. Dove off a balcony trying to beat him. That was pretty pretty intense. Did coast to coast that match too. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I'd say for my last one, it's gonna be a tie. It's gonna be a tie between Father Marquise. It's gonna be a tie between Father Marquise and that bum Maximilian, dude. As much as I can't stand the kid, he knows me just as much as I know him. So I always have to be on my
Sure.
A game. I decided to face him.
It was funny you brought up Max. Oh, jeez. But what is your deal with Mr. Maximilian?
What is my deal with Maximilian, with Maxi Poo? My deal, my problem, my beef with Maxi Poo is the fact that when when you are in this business, Maverick,
Give
people
it to me.
will people will cut you down, cut you off, uh, leave you like you ain't nothing, like you just another chapter in their life or something. And I now when I was trying to start a name for myself, trying to build up momentum for myself, I was asked to join a group. I was asked to join a group called Killing the Business. And uh I'll always look at the memories for Killing the Business fondly for what they were, but it took a huge spotlight away from myself. And I put that spotlight on that group for so long, trying to build that group up and trying to make it a talked about group here in this state. And then it all blew up in one night.
Mm.
And who was the one that was kicked from shows? Who was the one that was forgotten, unwanted? It was me. Wow. Well, I watched this kid leave this group, turn his back on me, no longer want to be my friend, and all of a sudden just skyrocket to the top. Every promotion, they nowadays they want to make them world champion places. All right,
Mm.
but that's all well and good. Because winning titles or winning matches ain't the only way you can be talked about.
Mm.
Spoiling them can also be a way you can be talked about too. So
No.
yeah, I mean, like that's my beef with the kid is the fact that there was no loyalty like I thought there'd be. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. It's no love lost at the end of the day, but you know, I decided to cut my grass so I could watch the snakes and how they move.
Mm. I want to go back to an event called Christmas in June,
Ooh,
where you went one on one with the current interstate champion, Johnny Go.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you should have. I don't mean to correct you, bro, but it should have been former interstate champion Johnny Go. You want to know why? Because I would have won that title if it wasn't
Or
for
Max. I
that.
was going to bring that
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. He wanted to go ahead and spoil that night for me, of course. Even though I've let him have his time in the sun.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, and it even shows me even more why I did what I did, because he can't even let me have my time in the sun, that he has to go and take away one of my few title opportunities. Of course, it is what it is.
Yep. And then once you got up, Johnny Go added salt to the wound and hit you with a little super kick.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't forget about you, Johnny Go. I hope you don't think I forgot. And actually, fun fact, Maverick, who was announced the winner of that match?
You.
Me. So I'll be seeing Johnny Go again real soon, because we have unfinished business there, baby.
And as far as Max goes, seems as if you got the last laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, shouts out CTE. Hope he doesn't have any. But
Going
you
dark.
know, we'll I have some fun things planned
Plan.
for old Maxi Poo for sure. Like I hey, like I said, Maverick, he knows some of my moves, but I know all of his moves. He's gonna have to step a little bit outside the box if he wants the upper hand on me.
Hmm. Who is someone you would want to face in the future?
Ooh, somebody I'd want to face in the future. Dude, there's a ton, dude. Um, I'd say some right now is I want to run it back with the lovable psychopath Tommy Vendetta, who thought he can kill me or something. But it was funny. I had that match, and after I had that match, I told him I may not have a death threat, but I do have a death wish. So let's run it back. So we'll see if we ever have the chance to. Him, Um, Jason Hodge is really a TV guy, but when I first started, people were getting the Jason Hodge matches, and I really always wanted one. So maybe one day down the line, but he's been on, he's been killing it on TV. Shouts out my boy. Um,
I would love to see
there's a
Dean and Jason
uh,
match.
that'd be fun. I mean there's a few others. Let's see, because I mean there's a lot. So that's why it's taking me a sec. Um, I have a match coming up. My first singles match with the grimy Zach Thomas. That's one I've been looking forward to for a while. Um, one that I don't think is gonna happen, but wish it could is probably my main one would be I don't think it's gonna happen. It would be Dread King Logan.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I only got to face him for probably a couple minutes one time, but hey, if I had a shot, I'm a lot more prepared this time.
And you aren't the first person to say you want another match with Dread King.
Dude, he's an incredible guy, incredible mind for this business for sure.
Do you have a list of favorite matches or moments from your career?
I'm gonna go with favorite moments.
Yeah.
Favorite moments are gonna be top one is the match with Jake. Uh, fun fact: Jake Chris was one of so when I first got trained, um, I wasn't the biggest like independent wrestling fan. I'd watch a lot of shit that was like on TV or maybe I'd YouTube some matches here and there.
Yeah.
But uh, I wasn't the biggest independent guy, so I didn't know a lot about independent wrestling. It wasn't until I was going to shows I learned more and more. And one of the first names that was like a big indie guy, but at the same time who I thought was a good guy backstage was Jake Chris.
Mhm.
And I wanted that match so early on. I just didn't think it'd be obtainable for a while, and that happened, and it was probably one of the greatest moments of my whole entire life. And so that was dope. Another one would be that three stages of hell match with Rob Frost and getting to jump off the balcony. Like I did a lot of fun stuff in that match, man.
Yeah.
Got to use a lot of weapons for like the first time. Got to be hardcore for the first time, which is fun. Um, I'd also have to go with I'd have to go with probably like so like my first ever match wasn't on a actual wrestling show. It was actually at a birthday party. And it was against one guy who helped me get into this business, and that's Jamie Eternal. Shout out Jamie Eternal on the For Us Wrestling, beating everybody up. So and he gave me that first match, and I was really grateful for that. It was a really fun time. Um, and I probably I did one of my favorite moments though too was I went down to Tennessee. I went down to Tennessee for it wasn't like a tryout match or nothing, but it was a match for yeah, it was kind of like a tryout slash like um what a seminar type of match for NWA slash the School of Morton. And I learned a lot from Ricky Morton. Shouts out Rock and Roll Express, man,
Mhm.
because I learned a lot from Ricky Morton and his son Kerry Morton that day, and yeah, it was just a very knowledgeable experience that I take with me to this day, and try to use it in my matches and use those tools in my matches nowadays.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Would you like to have another match with I know you don't like hearing his name, but Maximilian.
Oh man, listen, we are he's destined to do the dance with the pale devil under the pale moonlight, baby. Because I have no problem. He could get it anytime, anywhere. That's why I show up to confidentials. I beat him up. That's why I was showing up to shows where we shouldn't even have no interaction, right? And I've put my nose in business that ain't mine. So I'm ready for the action all day, every day. I don't care. I don't care if we wrestle on every single SCW show for the next year. I will gladly take that man to school and beat his cheeks up and down this great state for SCW or any other promotion, man. Because yeah, that it's a kid that I like to be in the ring with, but I like to be in the ring with because I get to let out all the pain and all the BS that he has caused me.
Mhm. That's all I had for you. Do you have any last words for Johnny or Max, or even anyone
All
at
right.
CW?
Yeah. Max, if I actually like the show a lot, Max. So if you do ever watch this, and you like to come on this show, maybe Maverick will have me back, and maybe you could be a mediator to a little interview between me and him.
Mm,
And as a Johnny Go, you got lucky, buddy. It wasn't the extra hair gel. It wasn't your switchblade comb. It wasn't your little guitar that you brought out. None of that beat me. It was the fact that Maxi Poo was there. So you better hope you don't see me down that line, Johnny Go, because there's a fire under my behind right now. Like you would not believe. Because it's I get to see people who have trained either before me, or a little bit before me, or even after me, win singles titles, main event shows, do this and that, while I continue to have to work my butt off and grind every single day. And that title was supposed to be mine. I'm supposed to be interstate champion. I should be. This should be full view right now. Me just with the. This should have been the whole view with me with the belt. This should have been the whole show. I know. It,
yeah,
it should have been me. So Johnny Go, I ain't forget about that, and I'll be back. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you having me on for real.
well,
This was really dope, and I hope we could do something more again because I really like what you do, dude.
thank you.
Yeah, man, just keep having a passion for it. The same way that I just keep having to find passion within pro wrestling, even though there's times when I'm like questioning whether or not I want to continue doing it.
Mhm,
I keep doing it, and it's for things like this, bro. So
mhm,
just keep doing you, man. I'm so proud of you, kid.
thank you.
Of course, man. I hope I see you soon.
You will.
All right, dude.
You have a good night.
You as well. Holla at you. All right.
All right,
Much love, G.
I got you.